How's it going, everyone? My name is No Fate, and we have an absolute banger of a topic to talk about today, all surrounding the loot box fiasco in Modern Warfare. So if you don't know, there's been quite a lot of controversy recently about loot boxes being in Modern Warfare and how the kind of post-launch content is going to be handled. Now, in short, everyone's scared that we're going to get something similar to Black Ops 4, which is an absolute disaster with weapons being hidden inside loot boxes, so it's behind a paywall type system. Now, there's been lots of people on YouTube and Twitter, some of the big boys, kind of complaining about this and pushing back on it, especially after we had the announcement that Spec Ops was going to be exclusive. Well, a mode of Spec Ops, survival mode, is going to be exclusive just to PS4 for a year. And that kind of caused a lot more controversy. But the loot box thing has been huge. It's what everyone's been talking about. It could be game breaking, and today we finally have a statement from Activision that sounds really good. Now, I don't want to get my hopes up too much, and I am a bit of an optimist. I like to try and think on the positive side of things, but you know, they have lied to us in the past. Same thing with Black Ops 4. At launch, everything was all good. A month or two down the line, everything goes south, right? This paywall comes in, loot boxes come in, and guns get hidden behind this paywall in loot boxes, and you know, it's just a nightmare. But the tone of this message and this statement from Activision that we're going to go through now, and I'll go through it live with you. It's on their blog.activision.com page. If you go there now, they released this statement today. And yeah, let's jump in and take a look, and we can read through it together. So this is it. As the headline says, announcement: Call of Duty Modern Warfare post-launch approach to new content. All new base weapons and functional attachments unlocked through gameplay, as a subheading. Now, if that doesn't set the tone right, I don't know what is. So already things are looking good. I mean, that is kind of answering what we've been worried about for a long time. Let's just read that again. So, announcement: Call of Duty Modern Warfare post-launch approach to new content. Okay, so what is this approach? Subheading: all new base weapons and functional attachments. So that's a choice way of putting it, but functional attachments unlocked through gameplay. Unlocked through gameplay. That's exactly what we wanted to hear. So let's read on. A lot of this is kind of stuff that it's neither here nor there, doesn't really talk about the loot box, but we'll go through it. I want to be precise and clear, and I want to run through it, and then I'll talk about my thoughts. So, a message from the Call of Duty team. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is almost here. From the moment this project began 3 years ago, the energy has been extraordinary. We've set our sights on not only creating the best game possible this year, but also on breaking down the walls and bringing the community together. Starting with Modern Warfare, we will be introducing crossplay to unite the community across platforms for the first time. Epic, amazing. Again, we all know this, but still cannot be kind of overshadowed. It is an amazing thing that is bringing us all together. Second point: removing Season Pass and a la carte DLC multiplayer map packs to ensure everyone can play together. Is that grammatically correct? Removing Season Pass and a la carte DLC multiplayer map packs to ensure everyone can play together. Cool. Delivering free post-launch multiplayer maps and modes for all players. Also amazing. Releasing post-launch multiplayer maps and modes simultaneously on all platforms. Now, I mean, all of this is just about togetherness, right? That is, I mean, even from like the multiplayer reveal that Infinity Ward did, and they was talking about all this mentality of bringing everyone together. A lot of it is just press nonsense, but ever since then you can see like it's been epic that we can all play together. So all these statements are amazing. So moving on, we are excited about what these changes will bring to Call of Duty players. That said, we also recognise there is one more topic that many fans are interested to learn more about. Now, this is where, like, just the tone of how they're doing this And it really, you do have to I want to talk about this in a minute. Let's just read through it. Today, let's address the basics for the in-game economy coming in Modern Warfare. First point, we are introducing a new Battle Pass system. Wait for it, not a loot box system. Not a loot box system! I can't believe it. They actually said it. Not a loot box system. Now, this is where before when they have lied to us and they kind of said, we're not doing such and such, but then a month or two later, stuff happens. It has never been after something like this, a statement like this. So for them to actually, on paper, as it were, put down, there will not be a loot box system. Especially after seeing this image that we got in the beta, this is a great reflection on their response to us as a community and all the feedback that they have been getting from everyone that's kind of put up a fuss about it. And we have to give ourselves a pat on the back for whoever's kind of like fed back on this and, stirred the pot and just hasn't sat down and just let them do whatever they want to, just let their greed run wild and, give us all this nonsense. Next point, all functional content that has an impact on game balance, such as base weapons and attachments, can be unlocked simply by playing the game. Epic! What a statement. Those two statements are, it couldn't have asked for more. Third point, the new Battle Pass system will allow players to see the content that they are earning or buying. Battle Passes will launch timed to new post-launch live seasons, so you can unlock cool new Modern Warfare themed content that matches each season. So very similar to Fortnite. With the new Battle Pass system, players will be able to earn COD points by playing the game. Cool. There will be both a free stream and premium stream of content in the Battle Pass system in Modern Warfare. New base weapons will be earned through gameplay, simply by playing Modern Warfare. Functional attachments for base weapons can be unlocked through gameplay as well, just like in the game's beta. Amazing, great. So all of this functional content, as they say, or functional attachments, things that actually sway the game in any way, the actual gameplay, is unlocked through gameplay and not some form of paywall. Next point, the Battle Pass and the in-game store will feature a variety of cosmetic content that does not impact game balance. Amazing. It's exactly what we want. We don't mind if there's a store, with this cosmetic stuff. It's just when it's pay to win. That's what we don't want. The Battle Pass system for Modern Warfare will not launch when the game releases on October 25th. I think this is a really important point. Here's why. First and foremost, we are all focused on making the day one experience awesome. Second, it's important to us that everyone who is playing Modern Warfare has the chance to work their way through the new game and unlocks all the rewards that are awaiting for you. We expect to launch this system for Modern Warfare later this year. So essentially what they're saying here, which I think is quite commendable, is the fact that it's like, instead of overwhelming us with not only just the whole game itself, but then all this additional stream of content, I think it's pretty cool. So they're saying, well, the base game is, there's enough in there for you anyway. So let's just release this down the line. It's also quite intelligent on their part because obviously they're just getting a bit more longevity out of it rather than putting this system in bang on launch. So, good pat on the back for you there, Activision and Infinity Ward. Next point. Understandably, there are still questions around how the economy will evolve throughout the post-launch live seasons. Essentially saying, we know you think that we're going to lie and just turn our backs on this and just shove loot boxes into the game. We recognise this will take time to fully demonstrate. Please know we are committed to delivering a fair system guided by the principles we've outlined here, and we'll continue to monitor feedback and player engagement to help us achieve that goal. Please look for more information, etc, etc, etc. I mean, as I say, there is nothing really stopping them from doing what they've done for years, which is going back on their word a few months down the line after all the reviews have come out and then just slamming us with all this monetized stuff, right? But the fact they kind of have this as a statement it's like a brief, right? This is the brief going forward for Modern Warfare, right? So then if they change their mind later down the line, we have this to come back to and go, well, hold on a minute. You said here in this statement, it's quite a, not heartfelt statement, but it's quite a, they're obviously clearly addressing the issues that we're facing as a community, right? So I'd be very surprised if they try and go back on this. And I've got, I have to give Activision props for doing this. This isn't something that they had to do. If they was going to just be blatantly just like shoving loot boxes in and just trying to suck as much money out of us as possible, they could have just done it, and we would, the game's going to sell, gajillion copies anyway, regardless of whether they have loot boxes in it or not. But the fact that they're coming up with this statement, I think, is pretty commendable. And yeah, I salute you, Activision, this time. Super good, really nice. Bravo to you. So I'm going to leave it there. Please put your thoughts down in the comments, and I will reply. And yeah, I'd like to be interactive, so feel free to comment down below. Also, subscribe for more Modern Warfare content, especially throughout launch. I will be posting a lot of super cool content from launch. So yes, subscribe and stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's been quite a long one, but I think this is quite a monumental topic to cover. Take care, guys. I will speak to you in the next one. Adios.